In this week's Build a Brand Show, we're going to talk about how to define and carve out your own lane and become an industry expert in that lane. I can't wait to break this down. It's something that I'm encouraging all of our students to lean into in 2023. So let's dive right in. The first thing that you need to realize is it's easier to define a narrow lane and become the most well-known and establish your share of voice than trying to fight for airspace in a crowded industry. Think of it like the book Blue Ocean Strategy. This is the concept that instead of going in shark-infested waters and trying to compete on all the same features and benefits as your competitor, you're basically carving out a niche all your own and swimming in those clear blue waters where you can own that share of voice. The first thing that you want to do when considering how to establish your own lane of expertise, and the first thing I coach a lot of our students to do, is to drop the veil of the corporate gaze. See, here's what happens. Most of us come out of corporate and we have this fire in our belly. We want to start a business around our passion, but we're still lugging all of that baggage from the corporate world, trying to self-edit and make it more palatable to a corporate audience. This renders content and value propositions that are kind of boring and basic and vanilla. The reality is, if you want to excel at your lane, if you want to carve one out all your own that you can dominate and own, that's really teed up to your personal strengths and experience, you need to drop that baggage at the door. You need to lean into your passions and speak with the emotion and resolution that you have around it. And you'll find that you will identify pockets of audiences in corporate, not in corporate, whatever that is, you can do it. So I want to just bring up the example of the cartoon Dilbert. The cartoonist who created Dilbert said the following things. He said, I'm not the funniest person in the world, but I'm 25% funnier than most people I know, or I'm in the top 25 percentile of funny. And I'm not the best illustrator, but I can illustrate better than most people. And I have this unique experience of business. So what I did was blend my talents, my passion, and my background to create the cartoon Dilbert, which has been around since 1989, doing satirical cartoons about a mid-level office manager in corporate. And of course, this has had staying power and he's enjoyed a space all of his own. So how can you take a page from that book and do it in your industry? Well, consider value, vehicle, and voice. So value, what is the audience that you're going for? Really niche down here. And what is the predominant challenge that they're experiencing? In the case of Dilbert, this is an office level worker, probably mid-manager. And the challenge they're experiencing is kind of like all of the corporate BS. Then you want to pick your vehicle. Are you really great at speaking? Are you really great at drawing? Are you really great at writing? Whatever that vehicle is, you want to pick one that is attuned to your natural strengths. Because I can tell you this much about personal branding. If you don't naturally enjoy the mechanism, or if you're not kind of suited to it, you're going to find it harder to do. If you are totally worried about presenting, I'm not saying don't work on it, don't go to Toastmasters, but launching a video format of building your personal brand is going to be a bit more challenging than maybe writing well. So you want to think about something where you're setting your own self up for success. I love writing and I love speaking. And so for me, it's about 50-50 for the two. But I mean, push come to shove, I love sitting down, writing out my thoughts and putting them in blog format. So I started building my brand that way. And it's how I amassed 50,000 followers for my personal brand newsletter. So pick something where you're setting yourself up to win. Don't go against the grain here. And then voice. What is your unique voice? So for me, it's not that I'm the funniest person I know, but I think I'm a bit lighthearted and I can break things down in simplistic terms more than other folks that I know. So I combined that with writing and my unique experience and joy around personal branding to carve out my niche of starting small and branding big and packaging and monetizing your passion. So think about that. Think about the 3 V's: value, vehicle, and voice. When you do this, you can establish your own narrow lane and start to own that expertise rather than compete with other people in your space. If you like this, make sure you hit the thumbs up below, comment below, and let us know what you want us to break down on our weekly Build a Brand show.